All right, welcome everybody to another episode of the Empty Out the Clip podcast, the EOTC. My name is Cams, and I'm here in the heart of West Auckland with the brothers in the house, Letty and Eddie. What's up, my Usos?
What's up, man? What's up, cowboy?
Yeah, man, just coming off podcast we did on Yellowstone. It's up right now, so go check it out. But you know the drill, boys. Let's do some shout outs. Let's go, Eddie.
Yo, shout out to my usual man. My listening boys, Westside Fitness, the boxing crew, and all the crew at work as well. Did good today. But want to make a special shout out to Jordan Fruin. He's handing in the reins for Westside Fitness. He's handing it over to two young, capable men and former members of Westside Fitness. So 17 years into the fitness industry. Nah, man, that guy's like truly made that space like real safe for everyone to come and join. So big shout out to him, and looking forward to what he does next, man. Yeah, I think he just wants to settle down, be a family man, or he just wants to try something new, man. Whatever he does, bro, like 100%, he's got the full support of the Westside Fitness family. But yeah, those are my shout outs. Yo, Seki, how about you, Let's?
Oh, means, yeah. Shout out to Jordan, bro. Love the work you've done in this out of West Auckland, bro, and just in the fitness space itself. Wishing you all the best. Shout out to my dog Tyndall. I think he's had his first week back at work this week. He was nursing his eye injury. I was just messaging him back and forth. Hope your eye gets well, doggo. You're not pushing yourself too hard. Another shout out to Avi was messaging me. He's supposed to jump on tonight. But I told him, bro, your to be continued story needs to hurry up and air out and see what happens, you know, like leaving us hanging like the Yellowstone season 5 part 2. Another one's to my dog Noni and Sonny. Man, I can't wait for the day we catch up, man. It's been, I don't know what, feels like forever, eh? I mean, a good decade ago. But yeah, hopefully the also gets granted some good news and we can catch up properly. With a nice bottle of apple juice. And my last one's probably to my daughter, Kyle. She's got a year 8 graduation dance at Henderson Intermediate. It's the greatest intermediate in the universe, man. So yeah, shout out to all the staff members at HIS. That wraps up my shout outs. But you, Kims?
So this was, I want to make a shout out to all the listeners of the West West Network and all our content. The EOTC is brought to you by the West West Podcast Network. You can find us on all our socials. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter. We also got a YouTube channel, and that's the West West Network. And our website, www.westwestnet.com. All our links to our podcasts are on there, and some articles you can read too for our blogs and stuff. Empty Out the Clip, you can find us on our Facebook group page. It's a private page, so just answer the questions and we'll let you in. It's a chance to throw in some articles, throw in some comments, and we can talk about it on the podcast. Yeah, man. Let's get into how was your week been? How was your week, Eddie?
Oh man, week's been busy. Just getting ready for Christmas, bro, and already we're getting those kind of stressed customers coming in, man. Honestly, man, when you come into the shop, man, relax your bolos, like straight up. Just we're willing to help, man. You know, we're always keen to help, but just come in, man. Just take a breath. What do you need? We got it. You know, if we don't got it, we'll cut it for you. Like, yeah. So man, the staff's been awesome, man. Like, everyone's helping each other out. Just unloading trucks, bro. Like, man, shout out to some of those Indian drivers, bro. Like, I don't know how you do it, bro. You know, I give them a hand. I jump out. I give them a hand. But like, I try and joke with some of the drivers there. Like this one Indian driver, man. He's been delivering our hams. I said to him, bro, you need to get a girlfriend, bro. You gotta stop coming around this place, man. You gotta stop seeing me like this, man. God. He was like cracking up there. So, nah, we got a little jar of lollies. So I grabbed some lollies and gave it to him. I was like, bro, this will help you, bro. But yeah, nah. Apart from that, man, I've been given the sign off from the physiotherapist, so keen to get back into a bit more weights. I can add some weights into my lifts and whatnot. and just trusting my knee. But nah, man, it's been a long journey trying to get recovering from this injury. So it's been more of a mental game than physical. But nah, I'm happy I'm on the right track now. But yeah, how about you, Let's?
Good work, Miles, man.
Yo,
It's probably the most motivating news I've heard all week,
yo,
man. Sorry, was fire,
yo,
falls in it. Bro, I'm officially fucking unemployed, bro. How about that?
oh,
I handed in my notice last week on Friday. Fucking had enough of the place, man.
yep,
Honestly, and I'm in an iron, but I think the reality is like I'm no good to them if you can't, if you can't put in the minutes on the field, bro, you're no good to us,
yeah,
So I pretty much just handed in my notice. They paid me out till Boxing Day, so I just gotta make contact with my ACC my case manager. But fuck, I tried to jump on Sole. You are number 9 in the. Oh shit! I'm not with this shit, man. I was like, I'll ring them next week,
you gotta use an English name.
Yeah, bro. What they said today? It was like, I don't know my middle name was Michael. Where did Michael come from? Shit. But yeah, I was just cracking up because, man, it's that not wanting to let people down, that buzz, or that fuck, I gotta go to this place, because that's how it felt, man. I got to a point where I just be like, oh fuck, especially when they like moving the post, man, with the start time. I was like, oh man, I'm over this place. I just want out, man. I said, nah, it feels good, man. It feels good to be home. But it's just the flip side of that is like I've literally had the whole week just doing jack shit, like just to rest my leg.
Yeah.
And then I thought I'd be alright to mow the lawn today, Sally. If you see how big my lawn is, then like it's not very big, but it's just like I think it's like 3.5 hours just to mow the front. Like, I was like,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
like I got to a point like I'll just use the weed eater, sit under the tree, have another sweat. The sweat dries and got back up again, carried on. But that's how it felt today, man. Been going on 4 hours.
Yo,
But I had to keep sitting down, man. Like, I can tell my legs. My minister's probably getting the rest it needs, but it's just the it's the rest, like not putting weight on it, eh?
yeah,
But I just found like walking on bare feet seems so much easier than walking on shoes or on the work boots. I was happy, like I've been being paid out and just I can just mano law and enjoy Christmas. Hopefully, yeah, because man, I wanna spend Boxing Day up at the beach, and I don't wanna not be able to load the trailer up. You start swearing at everyone like, put that in first, take it out. It's doing it wrong. It's like this. I don't want to be that guy, so I'm trying to give my leg as much rest as it needs, man. But I have been doing my exercises, this whole movement range, range of motion, and no weight bearing on my kaya leg. But yeah, man, I'm thinking, fuck, Christmas comes around, bro. I don't want to be limping there. I don't want to be like just dead weight. So I'm grateful to be alive, man. I've been thinking hard about my also nons, how he's not here, and it's just been weighing on my mind for the last 3 weeks. But yeah, man, end of the school year, man. Shit, you just blink. Holy man, where's the year gone? But yeah, now I've been bro, enjoying the rest and late nights, and then listening to different podcasts as well. But that's been my week, man. How about you, Camps? How's your week been?
Busy week, man. Busy week. Just the extracurricular stuff, It's stuff for the Wishes Network. So we managed to do 2 podcasts during the week. That both were from Channel 135. We did Yellowstone penultimate episode on Wednesday with myself, Simon, and Eric. So to tell you the truth, man, Yellowstone's been disappointing, especially this last season. Man, I don't know what's going on, It's like, it's not like the other seasons, where it's like exciting, action packed, and drama and all that. It's like, I explained it all on the podcast, my disappointment. And it's a penultimate episode, so the last episode will be next week. So hopefully they can do something to bring it back to what it was, but I don't think so. But we'll see. We have to wrap that up next week anyway. And then the day after that, we did Calvin and Eric jumped on again. We did Skeleton Crew, the new Star Wars series that's on Disney Plus, and that's really good. It's really enjoyable. It's a kids adventure. and it's just fun to watch it and fun to talk about too. So yeah, so you guys can catch that on our channel 135 podcast. That's our movies and TV show podcast. And so I'm looking forward to our end of year podcast. We're gonna do like a wrap up of the year 2024. So we'll get some of the boys on. You guys can jump on too. We'll talk about what your favorite show or movie was this year, and your worst show or TV show, your worst TV show or movie this year that came out this year. We'll do like a draft or something like that. So yeah, that's pretty much me for the week. Just sorting that out. Also, I jumped on the Microsoft Word and pumped out an article early on this week on Monday, I think, and I did it on the weekend, and I posted it up on the website. And it was sort of like a little reminder that the Super Rugby season is starting next year, and I did a little piece on where the Blues are at and if they could win the back-to-back championship for next season. And I was thinking, okay, this is a perfect time because no one's thought about rugby ever since the All Blacks season's over. No one's thinking about Super Rugby at this time, so I thought I would just jump in and write something to get the hype, sort of try to hype it up again, eh?
Yeah.
Because remember, it's going to start in February, 15th of February, mid-February. So
Damn.
it's close, eh? It's close. So hopefully it'll be a better season since Australia's looking good. They've got rid of one team. The Melbourne Rebels aren't there anymore, so they can sort of spread out their talent even tighter. So hopefully they'll make some of their teams stronger, and it will be a competitive competition. But we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, apart from editing podcasts, doing podcasts, and trying to write some more articles, so I have this goal to do it every week. Well, it's kind of hard, eh? So I'll try to have that my New Year's resolution to write an article each week. We'll see how it goes. Sweet boys, that's us, say. So I just want to let everyone know this is like a special edition of Inside the Clip. It's a two-parter. So we're gonna try to do an hour tonight, and we'll do part 2 tomorrow. And hopefully we'll get some of the other boys on. Calvin is not here. He's having QT time. But sure, he'll jump in tomorrow when we do part 2. Part 2 will be our final podcast for the year. So we'll take a break into the clip for the Christmas break, New Year's. So we'll probably be back. We haven't decided when we're going to be back, but we'll keep in touch on the chat, hey boys, and then we'll just figure out maybe end of Jan or mid Jan, or I don't know, when we feel like we need to insert the clip some more. All right, boys. So we're doing 2 topics today. The first topic comes from America. So it's been for a couple of weeks now, the story. So it's a big deal in America because I've seen it on all the podcasts. Like they've been showing it. It's been on the news and that. And what I'm talking about is that there's this healthcare CEO. Now, if you don't know about healthcare in America, it's different to over here. Because over here, we get sort of free healthcare. Well, it's not free, it's subsidized, right? So it's subsidized. So when you go to the doctors, it's cost like $20, $10, $50 in some cases, $100 if it's an emergency. But at least we're not paying like thousands of dollars if we didn't have any government subsidy. And the reason why is because the reason why it's different to in America, because they don't have that. In America, they have something called health insurance. And if you are a family in America and you want if you want to pay the same amount of money we pay in New Zealand to go to doctors, then you need health insurance over there. And when you get health insurance, it's covered by, it depends what kind of health insurance you get. It can be GP, it can cover GP, or it can cover operations. It can cover yourself or your family. It really depends. There's all these different kinds of health insurance over there. Sometimes you get it through your work, like if you have a job in the United States and it just comes with health insurance, part of your pay, and the health insurance covers yourself, or some jobs can cover you and your whole family as well. So it depends. It depends. Everyone is different. But for healthcare like we get in New Zealand, you got to pay for it over there in health insurance, right? So it's an extra bill. So apparently one company, one health insurance over there has been screwing the public, right, over there in America, like making excuses to not pay insurance. And I think I read one stat. This particular company is like 35% having those when they decline their record of the declining a client for health insurance. They're the highest at 35%, right? And the average over there, like all the other insurance companies, they're about 13%, 10%, right? So this company is like 35% or 39%. So that's a high rate of saying no to a lot of their customers, right? So you can understand, like, it's a big deal over there, and a lot of pissed off people over the years that deal with this particular company. And it came to a head a couple of weeks ago when the CEO of this company was walking down the street. I think it was early morning or late at night. Looks dark in the video. He's walking down the street. He's got caught on CCTV, and the guy comes up behind him, all covered up in a hoodie, backpack, with a gun with a silencer. You can see it at the CCTV, and shoots the guy from the back. Shoots him a couple of times, and just walks off. Right. And then headlines start popping up like CEO of this healthcare company assassinated on the street. And here's the video footage. And apparently, like, a lot of praise for this guy. So there's a lot of praise for this guy. Public was going, oh, good job. This guy did this good thing. That this guy that he killed is an asshole. Like, blah, blah, blah. Big manhunt for this guy. I think some photos came up. Have you seen this man? And it's like, got the same jumper on or jacket on, and there's a shot of him with a smile on his face. I think it's an iconic photo of him. All these memes start popping up about this guy. He gets caught, and now he's in custody, and he's awaiting trial, right? So I think the moral of the story is that, yeah, it's brazen how this guy shot this dude, CEO dude, in broad daylight, so to speak, on the internet. Everyone knows about it. But interesting enough, this guy's getting praised around the country for what he did. So yeah, I don't know what you guys make of the story, but what was your thoughts on that, Eddie?
Man, yeah, the way some of the Americans were reacting to it was kind of like similar to like Ned Kelly in Australia, like, you know, the outlaw bandit that took down a crook sheriff or something like that. But you know, like taking someone's life is extreme, regardless of your point of view. But in saying that, yeah, man, like um, this guy, you know, they said that he's from one of the top schools in the US. Good looking fella, traveled the world, and rumor has it they showed some X-rays of his back and it had all these bolts in it. So they at this stage they're saying that there's no motivation, but like, you know, there is a motive. You know what I mean? His name is uh Luigi Mangione. And he was apprehended in Pennsylvania after a long as manhunt. But like, the thing is, like, this guy took out a CEO. It's it's gonna have a ripple effect. Like, all the CEOs now are gonna be, you know, they're gonna be well armed. They're gonna have security and whatnot. But I hope that it does waves in another way where insurance companies, like you said, Cam, like 30% is pretty high, man. Insurance companies will investigate it further and be like, look, maybe we should put people first before profit. You know, these insurance companies earn millions, if not billions, and they have control of not just the market of GPs and your medical services. They control the drug industry, the pharmaceuticals, like all that, man. Like, it's crazy how much money and influence these guys have, both in Congress and on the White House. So um, it is a violent act, but it's brought questions And it's definitely sparked conversation across the US whether they should go with a healthcare that blankets all US citizens, like we have here in New Zealand. And if you need specialty treatments, then you can pay extra for it. I mean, I've heard rumors in America of people using the ambulance and getting stitches and whatnot, and it comes to like a couple of $1,000s. That's ridiculous, man. But yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. But yeah, just shows like America's falling into the extremes, bro. Like, you got a presidency that just finished the election and just finished. It's like the Wild West again. It's like, man, no one's safe, bro. But yeah, that's my thoughts, man. How about you, Let's?
No, there's some valid points, man. But yeah, you're right, man. Like, I almost feel like killing the CEO would have achieved anything. Like, is it all of a sudden gonna make everyone's healthcare free, or like everyone's gonna be entitled to like all the emergency services they unlimited without having to pay anything? Like, what did it solve? And that just seems like a personal grievance, like
Yep.
just one man's perspective and his feels about the situation and his situation. But I mean, if that does open the idea of actually reviewing like how the healthcare system does work in America, well then that's the only patriotic thing that he's done. But I
Yeah.
mean, to take someone's life and then have to bear the consequence of what he's done, well, he's got to ask himself, was it worth it? Because yeah, I think, bro, the world's a fucking messed up place, man. And yeah, like you're right, man. Like, I know of Filipino people that I've worked with, and they say that their health insurance, like just to go see the GP, is like you better off just to be almost on your deathbed before you go see the doctor. Like when you hear that sort of stuff, it's like it makes you question, the even though our health system's always flooded, but like at least we can pay $10 or $20 to go see the GP, or we can go sit in the A&E and pay $100. Like that's nothing compared to like what overseas, like some places in the world and have to deal with. So you're sort of grateful for like the country that we live in. Like when you're hearing stories like that, I feel sorry for him. Like the kid obviously had something weighing on his mind that he couldn't try and do it another way. Like how about go put some signs outside his house, or get his attention by spamming his email or something like that. But to wait in the shadows and do a hit job, that's like fuck. I just hope he asks himself, was it worth it?
Yeah.
And yeah, well, if there's some change that comes from it, I mean, that's about as good as that's come out of it, man. To be honest. But yeah, it is sad, eh? Like what you hear of what goes on in the States, especially around the health care and that. But I mean, that's the thing, man. Fucking people are willing to sue you, anyone and anything. You know. Oh shit, my stitch is crooked, but you saved the guy's life. Sue him for suing it wrong or like making it crooked. Like fuck. It's like people want to like kind of sue back and forth like nothing. So yeah, move to New Zealand, man. Come and make New Zealand a better place. Make New Zealand a great again, eh?
Yeah. Now, it's kind of interesting some of the other facts. So apparently he made this gun out of a 3D printer, and the silencer as well.
Yeah.
And we're trying to think, because when you see the video of him, the first shot he fires, he has to reload again or do something to the gun, and then there's another shot, and then he does it again. So I guess like that's the technology these days, when you can make a 3D printer gun and use it on someone. But yeah, I agree with you guys. Like some of the points that were made, like weighing up what he's done and the outcome of it. Like he's if he wants to be a martyr, was it all worth it? In the end of the day, is it worth it? I mean, we don't know what's going to happen. Like if it does bring about some questions that go into government and to get on these insurance companies. Hey man, are you guys fair at all? Because look what happened.
Yeah.
Or are they making so much money? Because I don't believe anything positive will happen in terms of like changing the way America does business when it comes to healthcare. Because this is a billion-dollar industry, and these motherfuckers, they get paid billions of dollars. They don't want to give it up. They can't give it up, and and the politicians that get paid from these companies, their lobbyists, to stay in business. I mean, the politicians don't want to give that up either, right? So, man, it's a hard cause to win when it comes to money, especially in a country like America, the capitalist country
talks,
like that. Like, money is number one over there. And that's why it's American dream, because American dream is making money, right? You can only make it if you make money, and that's the only thing they value. That's the only thing they care about. If you don't have money, then you're homeless on the street. They don't care about you. That's why there's so many homeless over there. So, yeah, it's gonna be. I think that, yeah, it's kind of sad. And he's young too, so he's probably got in his head that he'll be a hero and all that kind of stuff, which outweighs the reality of it, right? That nothing's really going to happen. You kill the CEO, it's just like you're killing the head of a snake, of a 5-headed snake, or something like that, you know? Like one will. You're not killing the system, you're killing the person who manages the system. And then what are they going to do? Just replace him with another CEO? I mean, yeah, I think the whole thing is interesting in terms of how it's done and what happened and the CCTV footage and the questions that come out of it. But that's what all it's gonna be. It's gonna have his day in the sun. He has his day in the sun now, and he's gonna have a trial, and it's gonna be the biggest trial of the century, sort of thing. And you'll go to jail, and then that's it. Everyone will forget. And then,
will he go to jail? That's the thing, man.
Yeah,
Like we've seen it, man. We've seen it like with the Rodney King stuff. Like the guy literally got killed on live social media cam, and they were willing to give the cop like a walk free card. Like, come on, man, it's America, man. So
like
maybe there's something in the Constitution, like in their laws, that if the firearm wasn't an actual metal body firearm, he can't be done for first-degree murder. Maybe, who knows.
yeah. After all, the only evidence they got really is the CCTV footage. You didn't even see his face. So if you're a good lawyer, man, how do you know that's him?
exactly. But
There's like million of those kind of jackets out there.
they could do a Jeffrey Epstein on him.
Yeah.
That he killed himself, and they can take him out in the cell. You never know how strong these companies, the insurance companies, are. But in terms of the firearm, I remember watching a documentary with that Lost Terror, and 3D printed guns have been going on for like the last 10 years. The only metal part will be the barrel itself, because if you fire multiple bullets, if it's a plastic barrel, it'll start to warp. So it has to be a steel barrel for the bullet to go through. But even though the gun's made of plastic, I think you can only shoot like maybe 4 shots before the gun starts to warp because of the heat. But yeah, New York has some of the strictest gun laws compared to the other states. I don't know about their open carry policies. So making a 3D printed gun is probably the obvious choice. Yeah. So it goes to show you did think it out. Yeah.
He didn't think past after he kills him.
Yeah, exactly. Man went to McDonald's, bro.
Yeah. That's right, boys. Yeah, that story we'll see what happens. I think more to come on that one.
Yep.
And we'll stay tuned. Next topic. Eddie, you posted this up on the page. So there was an article from the Herald about the All Blacks, and it says another jarring example of how NZR is losing its way. I posted this up for you guys to read on the chat because it's under premium.
Yep.
Article of the NZR before on the podcast, we talked about how the Super Rugby Pacific isn't all that's cracked up to be anymore. That needs some work. All Blacks have been losing a couple of games. They haven't had the aura they've had before in the past. Their brand has sort of taken a hit. And this is what this article was talking about. And sort of like the decisions the management has been having, especially from the Silver Lake deal, because they're the ones that sort of came into the picture, and NZR jumped up and took the opportunity to sell off their commercial arm to them so they can handle it and invest some more money into NZR, which if you read how much money they invested, it doesn't feel like much in the long run, right? But they have an American arm. So now we've got a foreign investment that's in charge of the All Black brand, and now they make decisions on how we run the brand now, right? So one of the interesting things about this article was the teams that have the All Black name. Obviously, our first team, the All Blacks, that's the name of our team. But because the All Blacks brand is powerful, or the moneymaker for New Zealand rugby, they want to, and they applied the name All Blacks to the Sevens team, right? So it's called the All Black Sevens. And now we've got a second tier team called the All Blacks First 15, right? This is all decision made by Silver Lake to expand the All Black brand, to make sure All Blacks name is in all our sort of our teams, to spread the brand. But because of the way, especially with sevens, so in sevens it's a bit more competitive. There's not one team anymore that can dominate every year, and you get teams like Spain, which did beat the New Zealand sevens team, right? So that sort of, it means that our brand takes a hit if the New Zealand sevens team are called the All Blacks. Like, if you think about, if the word, like, obviously the word spreads. Did you know Spain beat the All Blacks? Like, how the hell does those two words fit in the sentence?
Exactly.
But it's just that the nature of sevens rugby is different now. It's like T20 in cricket. Like, anyone can win now. It's not like a test cricket game where, the top elite teams are always at the top. With T20 cricket, anything goes because you just whack the ball in 20 overs. So, and it's just like that's the same as sevens rugby. It's a different beast now. Every team can win on their day, so it's not like there's a dominant team every year. Sure, you get your Fiji, sure you get your South Africa, sure you get your New Zealand sevens teams, but lately they can lose to one of those minnow teams, and we've seen that before. So yeah, I think it was kind of interesting to see what's going on with the All Black brand, and maybe Silver Lake came in a time where the All Blacks are vulnerable now in terms of, they're not really the dominant team that we've seen in the past now, right? So yeah, that was interesting. There's other stuff that came out of that article, like how much money the CEOs or the executives in NZR are getting. I think there's another article in the Herald. They revealed some of the salaries these executives were getting, and there was like a lot of money, man, a lot of money. Even some of the provinces were getting that amount of money, right? So yeah. So if you, Eddie, what was your thoughts on all that?
Man, I have to go all the way back to the Council's First 50 and how they had the banners of built, not brought. Um, Richie McCaw and the core players around him built the All Blacks in that 2011 to 2015 era. They built it to a standard where their All Blacks, trademark was the best in the world, and everyone wanted it. And I would say the same for the Sevens. DJ Forbes, the core players around him built the Sevens label. And back then it wasn't the All Black Sevens, it was just the Sevens, New Zealand Sevens. So these guys built these labels to that pinnacle mark. And the NZRU thought, if we can pump more money in here, maybe we can keep that aura. And that's what they're doing, bro. They're just pumping that All Black logo, that All Black emblem with all this money, spreading it to all their media outlets and whatnot. But it's just, when you don't have the players to back that label, you don't have the players to back up that thing, it's nothing, man. You lose the aura. And I'm an All Blacks fan, man, through and through, and it's been hard these last few years. And it's just, the talent that we have, man, they're there. Like, we just need to invest in them, not invest in the label. We need money to go to actual players that are putting their bodies on the line. I mean, look, senior executives are paid 467,000 annually. Annually. We never see these guys on the field, bro. These guys just sit in the boardroom and they're the yes men for the investors. Oh, that's a great idea. The article pointed out that they were celebrating how they got 1 million followers on Instagram. Bro, there are kids fucking shaking their asses and booties and shit getting fucking 4 million views. So it doesn't make sense, bro. Let's invest the money in players. Keep the players here, you know? There was a reason why McCaw and Dan Carter didn't go overseas, bro. We're paying them good money. Keep the players here, keep the talent here, invest in our grassroots rugby, and bro, the label will follow. The money of the label will follow. We'll bring it back. We're losing to Spain, bro, in the sevens. We're losing to Spain, bro. When Ireland's become competitive with us now, they came down here and won a series. We're losing to South Africa and they're on their prime, whereas before we used to be competitive. It's like, man, like the money's going to the wrong places, man. Like these CEOs, man, 200K a year is enough. Don't be greedy. Move out of Epsom, come out west. Like, man, let a rugby player live in Central. Come on, man.
Except for Kevy, he can get 400.
Oh, Kevy can get 5, bro. Kevy can get 5 because I know when the Favalave pops up, he's got to pay the coupe. But yeah, like, come on, man. Like these executives, bro, like they don't need $500,000 just to say yes to a billboard. Come on. It's just common sense, bro. And that's the theme of this whole NZRU for the last 3 years, bro. Common sense, bro. It's just gone out the window. We've bowed our heads to all these big label brands who are investing in the All Black moniker, but it's nah, man. The players is what make the label. You go all the way to Buck Shelford and all them boys. These guys make the label. Let's invest in these guys, and then the All Black mana, the All Black aura will come back. Once we invest more in our players. But yeah, that's my 50 cents, mate.
Nice, bro. No, that was really good. Yeah, I feel like since these new kids have jumped on board, that they've tainted the All Blacks brand to the point that it's weakened, and it's obviously showing through the performances. Like, if you look at the players that we get to choose from, and the pond that we choose from, bro, we should be winning World Cups left, right, and centre, man. No matter what the game is, 7s or 15s. I think the debacle about renaming like our All Blacks, like the All Blacks sevens team, it weakens the jerseys, eh? Like, and All Blacks was an exclusive pack of players. Like, they're like the immortals of our code, the rugby code. So to sort of try and open that umbrella up and slide in the 15s game, I'd like to see the market sales and the books on how much that increased when they did that, because I don't think it would be a lot, because like people want to buy All Blacks jerseys, just the All Blacks jerseys, right? No one wants to see 7s on it, to be honest. Like you travel around the world, like they play the away strip and the home strip, eh? Or like if you got the Sydney leg, the Australians will wear a different strip. But like in the jersey sales, like does that even make sense for New Zealand to market our All Black 7s like that? Probably doesn't even make sense, man.
Yeah.
And like a World Cup jersey, like the good thing about us wearing black is that you can see an All Black jersey from a mile away, man. And until they've changed the black collar back to the white, mate, like that jersey is probably invincible. It's an invincible jersey, you know what I mean? Because it's been around and it's iconic. It's like people will know because of Jonah. People will know because of Michael Jones. People know because of, and you're right, it's about the players, eh? Yeah, I just thought like someone in their outfit would have thought, nah, if we make it more open to other teams like the All Blacks 15 and then the ABs, wouldn't it diminish the meaning of like having the actual All Blacks? Like it surprises me like that they've gone and done it, but I mean, an idea, if you didn't try the idea, you'll never know what the outcome was, So I guess whoever thought that up was obviously fucked that up, and just didn't help that like All Blacks is on a losing like streak, or like they're not performing like the All Blacks of past, man. So yeah, it's interesting. I think how they could make the game better or like grow more profit around the world is like investing in the players, almost like how the Jordan's shoe deal went ahead, put it into the up and coming and bank it all, bank all the chips on the one guy who's gonna take us to the next World Cup or the next 2 or 3 World Cups. Because imagine if they had done that with Jonah. If Adidas had done that with Jonah, fuck, the All Blacks outfit would have been. All Blacks would have need people to come in, like the NZR wouldn't need anyone to come in, sell off any of this this brand, because, bro, Jonah was on everything, man. You know what I mean? Even when they had the chance with Julian Sauvin, man, like they should have jumped on that when they, and just said, "Oh man, look, we got another," and like bus, we could have just banked on bus, Even when Richie McCaw DC, like those were the opportunities they should have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you can't do much you've sold a bit of the brand and just to help ourselves financially. So yeah, that's just the risk you take when you got other investors in part of, they got their hand on part of the brand, eh?
Yeah.
You can only do so much. Oh, that's my 2 cents.
Even the players that gun for the Sevens team, or they gun for that New Zealand A team, as it was called back in the day. The whole reason why they played for those 2 teams was to show the coaches, hey, look, I'm putting my hand up for the All Blacks. For the All Blacks. I used to love watching the Sevens, not because they were All Blacks, but because these were the rising stars. These were the guys that were gunning for the spots for the All Blacks. They're like, yo, Jose Gear, all them boys came through, through the Sevens circuit, Severis and all that, because we were like, where's our next winger going to be? You look at the Sevens, like, these guys are, can't wait for these guys to change over to the 15er side. That's the whole point of the Sevens, was for our speedsters to put their hand up, bro. Like, to be an All Black. The Sevens has its own mana as the Sevens team. No one disrespect the Sevens. The Sevens team was the Sevens team. You chuck the All Blacks moniker on it, it's like they've lost their identity. The Sevens have lost their identity. That's probably why they've been losing lately, the All Black Sevens. Because that's not their identity, But yeah.
I'll tell you what, guys, I'm loving it, eh? I'm loving seeing all this happen. I'm loving it, and I'm interested too. Because I don't think anywhere in New Zealand rugby history has the All Blacks, and we don't even know it. Like, it's been real quiet. But the All Blacks have stooped to a new low, in terms of, winning percentage now. But it's sort of like a silent thing, because we're not really, like, we're disappointed, but we're not really thinking in the long run, like, is this a trend? Is it going to be worse next year? It might be. But I think it's all karma too, because, man, that Silver Lake deal, if they're all about money, then they're going to do anything they can to make money, right? So then it's all about profit and money.
Yeah.
And you know what? That takes away the humbleness of the All Blacks. The All Blacks have always been that humble team. Like, they just go do the job. They don't trash talk. They don't do anything like that. They just go and do it, job, win, and go home. But now it's like, now we can see they're trying all these new things to make a profit, to make some money. And I think the public can see all that. So that's why this interest starts to come in like that, and it's failing them, because if they only think of the money, they're going to make these decisions to do stupid stuff, and it won't work. And then they come back to the drawing board when the answer's right there in front of them. Like, man, just deal, like you said, Eddie, just deal with the players first, and all the rest will fall into place by itself. Right? So, and a good example is that, I don't know if you guys have downloaded the NZR Plus app that All Blacks announced they're going to have, and have all these games on there, and, man, it didn't come to nothing. And it's funny, the article talked about social media, how they're trying to get into the social media game with the YouTube and all the views. I mean, didn't they like trying to make NZR Plus app the main hub to get the games? Now they're changing to YouTube, because they get the views and they get paid from YouTube. And there's examples of that girl, the USA Rugby Sevens girl, Alona Maya, I think. How she's got, her numbers are like, man, triple the amount of numbers that Bloody All Blacks got. So, yeah, I think when you see her stuff, it's all authentic. She just loves the game, and she posts stuff about her body, how she's a big body and all that. And she does fun things, and it's all authentic. And that's the secret. That's the secret, All Blacks. Be authentic, and things will just fall into place. Right now, it seems fake because they're trying to force all these little social media stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, okay, too mainstream. But yeah, so the article is correct when it says NZR is losing its way. Another example of it, yeah, sure, yeah. I think we can see it, and we can see the changes, and it's affecting sort of like the team. Because if you remember how it's structured, right? So you got the All Blacks, the players, and how they perform, and the performance of the players, and then you've got the commercial arm, how to market the All Blacks. So they're not. I don't think they're talking to each other. I think the marketing part of the business is like, oh, you've got all these ideas, you got to guys do it, and let's do this, let's do that, but it's not working, and the players are sort of suffering because they got to make commitments to the marketing side, and that's failing, it's not working. Then they got to play the game, and yeah, looks like it's slowly falling apart, slowly, and it's so slow that you almost don't notice it. And then next minute it's gonna be too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the danger of all this. But I'm loving it, man. I'm loving just being on the outside looking in. I want to see where it goes. See how low. I want to see how low the All Blacks can go before they realize that, man, the whole system needs to be changed, man. You guys got that committee to come in and investigate how to change what's wrong with the whole business model you guys got. And then when they came with the answer, you guys thought, oh nah, stuff that, we'll just stick to what we got. What? See, that's what you get if you're Fia Poko like that, you know? Like, shit. You can't. And that's the problem with the All Blacks too. Too conservative. Too much in the old ways when the world's changing. The world's changing and you're slow to keep up, and you think that the old ways can still prevail, but nah, you got to change with the times now. You're slow with social media. Social media has hit the world, and you guys are slow on that, and you guys failing on that. So, yeah, man, just no new ideas. Just the old heads over there, just doing the old stuff, and not knowing that it's fucking too late, man. It's like you got to change with the times, and you're not changing with the times, so that's what you get.
Like just like Joe Jackson said, you don't listen. Right there. You don't listen. Yeah.
So, boys, yeah, man, that's us. We only had 2 topics today because we'll continue on with our topics tomorrow in part 2 of the podcast. But we've got some Fia Pokos.
Hey, this algorithm, I swear, you cannot make this shit up, man. We'll start from the top. This is coming from Bogans, VB Bogans, and it looks like a guy's jumping off the top of a roof. I don't know how we got there in the first place, man. Usually, if there's a safe way to get up, there should be a safe way to get down. But his mate just decides, oh, you know what? We'll just use our Chinese ingenuity and we'll put the bin on top of the other bin. Oh, mate, the title there. Oh, holy fuck, man! You win, man. You win. But
you know,
yeah,
like,
man.
I don't know how I thought that was going to be okay to do.
This analysis right there, hot analysis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just use a ladder, man. It's easier.
Oh, catch him. How about catch him? It's not even that high.
What about the 2 guys that were standing behind watching? Surely, Guffy had been.
Now, one came in for Rodney and Mary, and I don't know if you've seen the Run It Straight challenge that's happening somewhere in Australia. I know it's not happening here. Surely it can't be here but the 2 guys, man, 2 big units running at each other. It's the Run It Straight challenge. No technique, just all size, man. It's like, what are you guys doing? You know?
You went full horizontal.
Imagine if he had landed on his head.
A lineman, like offensive lineman push.
Yeah.
Instead of a tackle.
But, oh, man, I just thought to myself, there we go again, man. Islanders for Alianga Islanders. It's probably a whole bunch of Balangis watching that shit and going, what a bunch of fucking idiots. But yeah,
Do it one more time. Do it one more time.
Barking shit.
Boom. Boom.
Yeah, he went to the side. He didn't. Yeah. Damn.
He's hoping these new Warriors running sideways like that. Another Edinburgh Blake's lefty.
That's just the ACC case waiting in action, bro.
Well, like I said, they're gonna stop asking for the paper. They want to see the footage. You know what I mean? That's why it's like, man, guys, be careful. And I got another one here. This is from What's that boy from Boston, 617. And it's a guy obviously inside a house, and he's trying to dance. And it's don't invite Mike. He always gets too wasted. Like, yeah, you don't. If you got a friend named Mike, don't invite him, Mike. Cause otherwise, this gonna happen, man.
Is that an aquarium?
Oh,
Shit.
Imagine if you had a couple of fish in there that cost a couple $100, and they
Damn.
just don't even do that stuff inside the house, man. Fuck.
so like,
Oh.
that will just be those, those awkward silences when you smash something. And you're listening at your parents' room, eh? You hear the door open. Oh, guy.
This one here, it's a throwback. It's a Ishiania today, and this one goes to the Leo the Fia Poko, man. Like, he's obviously pulled over a car to do a breath test, and it's obviously left-hand drive. So the sad part about it is there's a bunch of Australians in the car, and they correct the cop, and the cops just honestly don't even know why he's walked over. Didn't even check, man. He just walked over, and he's actually breath testing the passenger.
It's an American car.
It's an American car. But he didn't even look, man. But if you listen to the audio, you just think to yourself, oh, nah.
Oh, here you go. Go.
Damn Aussies.
Hey, you know, for guys on the piss to get one up on the NZ cops, come on, man.
Oh, man.
That's when no one, trusts you guys. And the last one's probably it's from the Imperfect Gentleman, and it's never be overly confident. So the question is, what is Popeye's favorite food? And oh my gosh, I knew straight away it would have been Popeye the cartoon. And
Oh, spinach.
I'm not gonna say it because she's got blonde hair. She rushed to the question, but confidence, man. It's the confidence kills, guys.
Play for $10,000.
Play for $10,000. That's
Whoever
it.
guesses this,
Whoever guesses this,
wins the game. Here we
wins
go.
the game. Here we go.
Name Popeye's
Favorite
favorite
food.
Chicken! Oh my god!
Show me chicken.
Spinach, Jerry.
She was confident too.
It's the confidence. It was the confidence for me. Chicken. For you guys, man, you picked who used the Fia Poko over the week right there, man.
Some pretty good ones, actually. That was a tough one. But I have to give mine to the Lapisis, man.
Chinese ingenuity, eh?
Hard out. Yeah, I'm getting that too. You know what? He could have just caught him. It's not even that high. You know?
So I wish
Just
I heard
catch
some
him.
audio, bro. Would have been the guy holding it. You got me. Yeah, come down now. Yeah. Well, I wish husbands of the Hollywood would do a voiceover for that one.
I bet you he said something like, I didn't even know you jumped down, but I was like, shit. Well, shout outs to Bacons for sending that one, and man, you're the West Network into the clip for book of the week, man. God,
Hey. All right, boys. Next up, what do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to do what we've been watching?
yeah, bro.
Okay, start with you, Eddie.
You already know, man.
Oh, yo, what
season
were you
2,
up to
bro.
today?
We're up to Sopranos.
So, man, Richie, bro. Richie Field. So that guy is trouble, man. That guy's Mokwa. Solid. He's selling dope on the rubbish runs. So,
Yeah.
Tony is angry. Solid. Now, I can't trust that guy, Richard, man. So, yeah. And his uncle Junior. So, I think they're planning something against Tony, bro. But, yeah.
It's funny that relationship, with Richie, because he's Tony's best friend's older brother. Hey, so you know, with the older brother, it's like kind of respect, but
Yeah.
you are the boss, and if he's causing trouble, and Richie, he knows he's causing trouble,
Yeah.
but he thinks he's older because he's older than
Yeah.
than Tony. He thinks he can get away with a lot. Hey,
And like,
but
because
he's like a bully. He's like a bully, hard.
Because he's
So, you
going
know,
out with Tony's sister. He's got that
Oh, so he's
little
with
immunity as
Jenna,
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolves, you will carry on watching the next few episodes, bro. Your hate for Richie's gonna go through the roof. Wolves,
So
honestly.
like, I hate him for running over that guy, bro.
Oh,
God,
Beansy,
like,
yeah. When
Beansy.
Yeah.
Can't be. Surely, man.
Yo, so yeah, nah, man. So I got the theme song for Sopranos stuck in my head, man.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Nah, that's classic, bro. That never gets old, eh?
Yeah.
Surely.
Richie, bro, that guy needs to die, bro. Straight up. Yeah, but that's what I've been watching. Just that and a little bit of YouTube. Been watching some of the clips of some of my boys. They've been especially the Sapiti, my mate Sapiti and my other friend Vaughn. They've been playing this game called Marvel something, and it's like 6v6, but you pick a Marvel character. Yeah,
Oh.
looks good. Looks really good. But yeah, apart from that, that's all I've been watching. Sopranos. How
Nice.
about you guys?
Man, long live the king, Tony, bro.
For facts.
I've been watching Shorty, bro, ever since Calvin said, "Oh, bro, Shorty, bro, is pretty good." It is pretty good, man. Because Drew tried to commit suicide, and because he's not with his gang, you know. So he's obviously trying to find himself. Apparently, it stems back from when his mate Boyd's son drowned.
Oh,
Because he was telling his best mate to relax. Said, Kamekis be Kamekis, and then the Kamekis took out the rifle, his son, and then one of the twins died. And ever since then, Drew's been on a spiral, man. So it's interesting to watch that, but didn't watch it tonight. But I've been watching, I watched Moana again, second time.
The first one.
The second one. So I've watched it twice now. And I said to my kids, man, you owe me like $50, $120. So I saved you guys all that money and the waste of food for going, man. But yeah, it's not very good, is it? To be honest. Surprised, man. Like the music didn't hurt, maybe because there wasn't enough of Upitaya's influence in the music. And they had the two Palangi ladies that wrote a lot of that music. I think it was 3 or 4 songs. But the songs didn't really, but the story itself was a bit off, you know, compared to the first one, which is very disappointing. Yeah, and then I caught up on the second part of season 5 of Yellowstone, man. Just last night, man. Bloody hell, man. But yeah, Jamie bros, I want to just jump through the screen and get king on me. And but that's it, man. I think when you get to a point when you're playing double life where you're better to everyone, your lives catch up with you. You know what I mean? It's like a double-headed snake, man. You don't know, you forget what face you got on, and then it's just amazing how Biff just looked dead in his eyes and could tell, like he wasn't gonna look up and say anything. But what a sad way to kill off a character, man. But yeah, just been watching that, and haven't had time to watch Keeping Up with Cooking with Brennan and that. And I've just been watching a few how to remove the power steering pump from LS1. So yeah, maybe get on that buzz. Been watching a couple, but yeah, just probably gonna wait a bit when it's not as hard. What about you, Kems? You watched anything?
Yeah, I watched this movie called Goodrich. It stars Michael Keaton and Mila Kunis. And yeah, so it's a drama. It's a feel good story. It's about a dude, Michael Keaton. He plays this art gallery guy. He's in the 60s, but he's married to a younger woman, and he's got two little kids to her. So they're still in primary school. But he's had a previous wife, and he's got an older daughter who's in her late 20s, and that's played by Mila Kunis. I think that's when they made that 70s show chick. And the story's all about him because he's getting his wife leaves him. She's going to rehab, so he's left with his 2 younger primary school kids, but because he's always busy at work, he's never home. He has to become a dad again because he lets his wife do everything. But that's why the problem happened. That's why she's like on drugs and that, and she goes to rehab. But now he has to look after the kids. But his older daughter, who's with her husband, she's pregnant, right? So he brings her to come help him take care of his kids, right? So it's like he's trying to, but as she's helping him, he's reconnecting to his daughter, and he's just realizing that his work has taken him away from his family all these years, and that's why, like, he's like learning that he's actually lost all those years he's had with his oldest from his previous marriage, and so yeah, so it's all the stuff happening, and it's just like a life lesson sort of thing. So he learns his lesson at the end, but it's a real good story. It's nice. It's I think if you're it hits you if you're that dad that is always at work and you never have time with your family, and just like the consequences of that. Hey, when you're older, when your kids have grown up and because his oldest, they kind of have a heart to heart through the movie, and she tells him that, man, you were never home when I was a kid. Like, I never knew, like, you're always at work and blah 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 and that sort of thing. So it's good that it's a story about reconnecting and learning from your mistakes as a sort of like a father that's never home, always busy working all the time. Oh,
Reconnection for reconciliation.
yeah. Even though it's like it's a family thing. Yeah, it's a family film, and yeah, it's kind of cool. But I think for me, I liked it because it was a good story, and like I kind of have the same feeling too about with my kids. Like, I hardly see them and stuff, and because you're busy at work, and this might happen, this might not happen. So it's good to spend time with the kids and all that kind of thing. So you get all those feelings when you see it in front of you. When you watch the story on screen, you think of yourself and you think of what could be and what could be in the future if you don't play your cards right. Because it's all about a balance, having a balanced working life and family life and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, man, I thought it was a cool film to reflect on that, make you reflect on that kind of stuff as a parent. And yeah, it's interesting life lesson sort of movie. So yeah, I was a bit surprised by it, how it made me feel, because you hardly see these kind of films anymore. There used to be a lot of them back in the days, but I think this is the first time one's come out with that same kind of theme in a while. So yeah, man, it's called Goodrich, and I think it's it came out this year. Yeah, that's me. And other than that, Skeleton Crew. If you're into Star Wars, go watch Skeleton Crew. It's good. And when you're watching Yellowstone, last episode of Yellowstone next week. Yeah, let's go. Let's do some last words then. Oh, second to last words.
Second to last, yo.
Second to last words.
Oh, man, just listening to what Cam's been watching. Goodrich. Yeah, man. Like, how do you measure wealth? So it's Christmas time, man. Like, people measure giving by money. So, do you want to use money or do you want to be Goodrich? So, like, gifts don't have to be expensive, especially when times are tough. So, I think my last words for tonight, man, is don't stress about the money. Just make it more meaningful of the gifts, and whoever receives it will be rich, wealthy in what you've given to them. So, I was stealing Cam's words. Do the good rich, Don't be Richie April.
I mean, my 20%, is it? Nice. I just wanted to make a special mention to my two bros, Elliot and Patu. We caught up last Sunday for Kongai, and we try and do it every year. Let our kids see each other, and just a reflection of the year and what we've been up to. Shout out to those guys. Waka Ama's life. Those two. That's all they talk about is just Waka Ama and paddling and stuff. But yeah, my last words, man. This is something that has been sitting on my mind, and it's about our expectation of friendships and people you expect stuff from, or you put an expectation on them. And I found a quote on it's called from Life Quotes on Facebook, and it's a picture of Kevin Costner. But the quote is, if you want to be happy, have zero expectation of others. Take 100% responsibility for your life and be grateful for what you have. So, man, it's been tough, bro. I'll be honest. It's been tough, like, thinking about my ups and ons and being at home, stuck with a lianga leg. But nonetheless, I'm grateful to be on this platform, man. I'm grateful for the work that Camps does for the West West Network. The fact that we can, get on here every week without fail, and we're 167 people, and it feels like that's gone on a blink of an eye, man. But it makes you appreciate the little things, eh? And like he always says, we celebrate the small wins. I managed to take the time to do my lawns. It's about 3.5 hours to do the run. I'm still alive, so it means that I'm winning. So saying that, man, you know what it is, get late in all of it.
I suppose my second to last words is, man, just reflecting on what was said about the All Blacks and what NZR and the Silver Lake were trying to do. Like, and we talked about, I said that word, authenticity. And when I think about a podcast, I think, man, the best podcasts to listen to are the ones that sound and look authentic, and it's just, that's why I like Empty Out the Clip, because, we're not perfect in how we deliver our our opinions on that, but man, that's how we talk, man.
Yeah.
And, we're not gonna fucking do all the fancy shit, like English majors up in here and all that kind of stuff, and, it is rugged and raw, man. That's how it's supposed to be, and it is what it is, and that's that relatableness, and that's the authenticity that I think is missing in a lot of podcasts that you hear. Like, when I think about the podcast scene in New Zealand, I still think it's dominated by mainstream media. Like, all the podcasts in New Zealand that are up there, like from radio stations, and they're hosted by professional broadcasters and all that kind of stuff. And to me, man, I just don't like listening to them, because to me it doesn't sound authentic at all. I'd rather listen to us or listen to other podcasts, independent podcasts, that are around. Even though people that don't come from that life, because to me it's fake. It's not fake. It's just there's something behind everything.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel real. Whereas this, we got no one to answer to, so it feels real. But nah, man, I thank you guys for jumping on, and everyone else that's jumped on the podcast to deliver our messages, whether it's right or wrong. But it's what we think, and that's all I can ask for. But thanks also, and yeah, man, see you guys tomorrow for part 2. All right,
Let's get it.
peace.
Peace out.